I'm going to show you why it's important to repot a root-bound plant in this video. So here we have a spider plant that has been showing signs of root bound. Now if I turn this over, you can see some roots coming through these drainage holes. That is a sign that this plant has started to get root bound. So what does that mean? Now I'm going to show you. I've noticed that it gets dry very easily. This is what I mean. The roots here do not have enough space to grow now because it's taking up space at the bottom of its pot. So it is too small for this pot. So I'm going to repot it into a bigger pot. If you can see, compared to these two sizes, this one is bigger. So what you need to do is get rid of some of these roots. There's too much roots here. So if I put this in here, it's still going to be root bound. Now some people will think it's cruel to get rid of these roots. What it actually does is it helps the plant to have more space in its new pot to grow. So we're going to get rid of this lot. There's too much roots here. It doesn't harm the plant when you get rid of its roots. It does get messy. This process does get messy, and it's necessary for your plant to get more nutrients in its new pot and thrive. Spider plants have a habit of doing this when it outgrows its current pot. So you need to get rid of some of these roots, not all, or else the plant obviously will die. It gets really messy. The more roots you get away from the bottom, the better for it. So look at all these. Look at all this. That's all roots. And it's a really tangled mess. So if you get rid of that, it might seem cruel. Yeah, it's necessary. I'm going to get rid of all that old soil because it's going to go into a new pot of fresh soil. The more old soil you get off the plant, the better it has to thrive, because it'll have new fresh soil to grow, which means the fresh soil will have more nutrients than this old soil. So here we have it. That's all the old soil off, and we're left with this. So it's going into this new pot. I'm going to cut some of the longer roots so that it has more room to grow in its new pot. So I'm going to cut these long strands off. It doesn't kill the plant. It's going into its new pot now. I'll put some fresh soil in to keep the new plant in place in its new pot. And I love doing this because it feels rather therapeutic. Enjoy your new home, spider plant. I love talking to my plants. Apparently they can hear you. Scientific evidence shows, whether it's true or not, I have no idea. I'm not that clued up about science. But hey ho, I love my plants, so I talk to them. Enjoy your new home, spider plant. You'll get more nutrients from your new pot and the fresh soil. Some more soil. Compact. Keep it compacted in. So press it down so that it's compacted in, and it's got more chance of thriving. Now this spider plant came from my other spider plant, my bigger one, and I split it into two because it didn't have enough space in its pot, because spider plants don't seem to need fertilising. I have never ever fertilised my spider plants, and they thrive in the fresh soil that you put into its pot when you pot it up, as in repotting. I have no idea why it doesn't need fertilising, whereas other plants that I have around the home, they need fertilisers to grow. Whereas this spider plant has never ever been fertilised. All I do is give it enough light, water it whenever the soil is showing signs of getting dry. I don't water my spider plant when the soil is completely dry, because that means it doesn't retain as much water. So here we are, it's getting a good drink. Now at this point it needs more water because the fresh soil is very dry. It's been sitting for I don't know how long in my little storage bucket. So here it is. It's ready to go into the windowsill, and that is my bigger potted up spider plant. Well, my repotted spider plant, and it'll grow bigger